Hi everybody, in today's video I'm going to be showing you 10 very distinguishable Google cars that will give you the country every single time. Let's jump straight into it. Alright, so I've made two different maps, each with 5 locations of the Google cars. So these are countries where the Google car will give you, without any other information, the location. So here's the first one. So I don't even need to look at the landscape here, doesn't matter. Yes, it does look Mongolian, but I don't even have to. All I have to do is look at this, and I can say immediately I'm in Mongolia. So if you see this tarp car, you've got 4 bars, but the main part is the tarp. There is even a little snorkel here, but you see the tarp, you're in Mongolia. That's all there is to it. So you can go ahead and guess Mongolia. I think I put the location somewhere here. Can't remember exactly. Yeah, it was somewhere over there. Cool. So there we go. Next one, and this is one of the most well-known ones, is if you get this snorkel that you can see with the silver car, you've also got bars, but the main point is this snorkel here that's very visible. You're in Kenya, so you can always go ahead and guess Kenya. So that's one of 2 Google cars in Kenya. Mongolia also has 2 Google cars. Both will be covered soon in this video. So remember those. Very easy to remember, really. Tarp, Mongolia, Kenya snorkel. Next one we've got this car. So if you notice a pure white front, as well as 4 bars, but the bars are filled black in the middle, you're going to be in the Dominican Republic. So that's what to look out for here. 4 bars, all of them filled in black in the middle. And then you can guess Dominican Republic. There are 2 cities covered, Santiago de los Calibros and Santo Domingo. I may have butchered that, but you can go ahead and guess either of them. I think I put this location somewhere there. Yeah, cool. This is the next Kenya car. So one of 2 cars you can find in Kenya. You've got this black car and you've got this little mirror thing. I'm not 100% sure what this is, but you'll only find this in Kenya. Again, bars as well, but this is what you need to remember. So whenever you see that, you're in Kenya. And if you see the other Google car as well, you're in Kenya. So that's pretty easy. And then the last one for this seed is we've got the Ghana car. So if you look and you've got bars, but you notice tape on the front bar, you're going to be in Ghana. So yeah, you can insta-lock Ghana here, Ghana black tape. So that's an easy one to remember, and a country that if you know a little bit of meta, you're going to get every single time. So yeah, there we go. Cool. So there's the first 5. Let's jump into the next 5. So here we go. No moving, of course. And if you're not aware of these Google cars, I will post a link to these maps in the description if you'd like to play this, just to practice. This is a tip video related to beginner players. Obviously, anybody who's played this quite a bit will know all of these. But next one is the Sri Lanka car. So you can remember this one by it looking like a French flag. So what you have is you have red on the right hand side, white in the middle, and a little bit of blue on the left. So if you ever see that, you just got to remember this pattern. You're going to be in Sri Lanka. I don't know why I'm looking around because I know it's Sri Lanka based on this. So you can go ahead and guess Sri Lanka. A good hedge is always candy. Yeah. So there's Sri Lanka. Next one. And what we have is the other Mongolian car. So remember the other car was the tarp car. This one here instead has this look about it. You can see these side mirrors that are sort of red. And then you can see sort of the whole front of the car. And you've got this little like long antenna thing here. This is quite a unique Google car. So if you sort of see this paired with the landscape, you know you're in Mongolia. But yeah, this Google car here is another Mongolian car. So you can go ahead and guess Mongolia every time. Next one, we have the Japanese car. So the key part to recognizing Japan is the low cam. But often what you'll get is that you'll be able to see this wide back of the car. So very wide, looks like very close to the ground. So if you ever see this, you're in Japan. Switzerland also has a low cam, but you don't ever see this sort of thing here. Now this can also be a black car as well. So it doesn't have to be white, but if you see a long back of the car, you're going to be in Japan. So that's another good one. And then 2 more to go. This one here, we have the Ukraine car. So in Ukraine, and I haven't even picked out the best example of this. Often, sometimes you'll really be able to see the red, but you'll have a red car. So as you can see here through the blur, it is got that red about it all over. So that means we're traveling in a red car, which is only in Ukraine. So you can go ahead and guess Ukraine. There is a little bit of Belgian coverage with the red car, but I mean, just a quick glance at the landscape, you can confirm you're in Ukraine as opposed to Belgium. So yeah, Ukraine, somewhere near Kiev probably. And then the last Google car, but not least, is the Bangladeshi Google car. So this one's somewhat similar to that Mongolian second version. We again have the bars, but this time we've got at the front sort of this like bumper thing up here, as well as the side mirrors and just this general look. So yeah, remember this one, you're going to be in Bangladesh. Now Bangladesh has another Google car that's not specific to Bangladesh, so you can get in Bangladesh without this Google car. So don't just rule out Bangladesh because it doesn't have this car. And let me just make sure that the other Google cars are not like that. Ukraine can have a different Google car, particularly in Donetsk. But if you see the Google car, you're there. So don't rule out Ukraine based on not having that car. But Kenya only has those cars. Ghana only has those cars. Japan can just be the low cam. Mongolia always has those cars. Which else did I cover? Dominican Republic always has those cars. That car. And yeah, that's about it. There's a couple more that are very recognizable, which I'll do in the next video, which will have just every Google car. Kyrgyzstan, Guatemala, and Laos have a Google car that is slightly different, but for me, they're similar enough that I didn't want to put them in this video with completely unique cars. So yeah, those are the 10 Google cars that will give you the country every time specifically. It's important that you don't rule out some of those countries just because they don't have the cars I just spoke about, particularly Bangladesh. But there are some where that's fine to do, like Kenya, Ghana, and Mongolia. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope you learned something if you didn't know this already. Hopefully it helps your Geoguessr gameplay. And yeah, I'll see you in the next video.